Hey guys, this is Snatch and I'm back with another Wi-Fi battle. This time against Land from the Strawberry forums, or the Strawberry chat room. So anyway, and also guys, sorry, tell me what you think of my new intro. I spent most of the morning making it. I reckon it's pretty cool, but I don't know, tell me what you think. Anyway, I lead off with my Ambipom and he leads off with a Brellim, which seemed weird even though I used my own. Just seemed weird, so now I know what people think of me when I send out mine. So he just switches straight to Heracross, and I think he thought that he could take it a little better than that. But Fake Out pretty much just rips through him, which is pretty epic. And so, I know the only reason he would send this thing out is if it was Scarfed, and I didn't see any, Toxic Orb or Flame Orb for the Guts, so I knew it was Scarfed. So, anyway, he switches out to Jolteon, and I predicted he was going to switch out, so I went straight for the Dragon Dance. But then I was sort of unsure of whether I would actually outspeed him or not, so I switched out into my Choice Banded Mamoswine just to take the Thunderbolt, which was obviously coming. Anyway, I go to the Ice Shard, predicting a switch back into Breloom, but he goes into Heracross, and I kill it off anyway. So now I go in. He goes back into Breloom. I'm like, okay, it's obviously got to have a Focus Sash, but I wanted to prevent it from like setting up a sub or something like that. So I just go straight for the Ice Shard, and I got a crit, which didn't really matter because it's super effective. Choice Banded, Stab, all that stuff. But anyway, so I predict some sort of fighting move, probably Focus Punch or something, I thought, but no, he's going to go for a Drain Punch. But I switch back into Serpent just to take the fighting move, and Drain Punch is probably the best thing he could have done, for me anyway, because it's not going to do that much, especially after the Intimidate. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake in case he switches back into his Jolteon, which I didn't expect him to, but just in case. So now he switches into this Flygon, and after I killed that Breloom, and it's obvious Earthquake's obviously going to do nothing to it, so I go into Eruption to take the Dragon move. So now he switches into this Poseidon, but I knew he was going to switch out, so I go back into my Serpent, just get an Intimidate off on whatever was coming in. So, but he ends up going into his Milotic, sorry, and so that sort of sucks for him. And then he tries to like break Sleep Claws with Hypnosis while I set up my Dragon Dance, because I knew this thing wouldn't do anything to me. And so he breaks Sleep Claws, which is gay. But apparently he forgot that my Mamoswine was asleep from that Spore. But honestly, I didn't care, because I know this thing's not going to do anything to me, because it's obviously not running Hidden Power Electric, because if it was, it would have used that first. But so I knew it's just going to do nothing to me. So he predicts a switch out and goes for the Surf. So he predicts the switch out into Heat Train to take an Ice Beam, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay in. And so then I go for the Earthquake, and then he continues to go for the Ice Beam, and he gets the Freeze Hacks, which sucks, but it's okay. I'm like, okay, got to pull through Serpent. Got to Defrost. I'm like, oh my gosh, please Defrost. And then he goes for a Shadow Ball. I don't know why. Maybe got predicting a switch back in Mammoth, I'm like, okay, come on, wake up. Because I'm obviously slow. Not wake up, sorry, Defrost, but it's actually a speed tie after one Dragon Dance, so at least I know that for next time. I don't know if this thing's actually running Modest or Timid, I didn't ask, but yeah. So I'm just going to go into Got Milk to get Fake Out on it, which is going to destroy Jolteon, but he's going to go into his Flygon. And Fake Out pretty much that doesn't do too much because Fake Out's going to destroy Flygon. And I knew he was going to use I just wanted to stay in because I don't know why. I just wanted to stay in and either leave Ambipom as a death fodder or hit whatever's coming in hard if he U-turns out. And he ends up getting a crit, which pretty much renders Got Milk useless. So I switch out so I can leave him later to finish off that Flygon with Fake Out. But he sets up Stealth Rocks, which sucks to me, so now I'm pretty much useless. And I'm going to I try to use this thing as a death fodder. I try to use it as a setup fodder, but he has Encore, which sucks to me, so I go into Lil Jimmy, and he switches out. And so he goes in this Flygon. I'm like, okay, I was hoping that was going to do about half or under half. And with the leftovers recovery, I'm just going to go a little above half, which is good for me. Because now I know I can take another couple of Earthquakes if I keep cursing up. And I wanted to get off at least 5 curses, so I could actually do damage to the Shuckle. And so I get off 3, and then I'm like, okay, I have to rest this turn, otherwise I'll die. Unless I can body slam it, but then I'll just get taken out by the Jolteon. So I'm just going to rest up, and I would have thought that he was going to go into his Shuckle to like encore me. Something like that. But no, he's going to stay in. And I'm going to attempt to drain him of Earthquake PP. Which sort of works out in my favour in the end, but... Anyway, I'm just going to wake... I know I'm going to wake up next turn, and I'm going to go for another curse. So, I'm going to go for one more, and then I'm going to attempt to sweep his team. And I know I don't want to go too far below half in case that Jolteon comes in, and even though I'm a special wall, Jolteon's going to do some pretty good damage. I know it will. Especially if it has Hidden Power Fighting, but usually I have Hidden Power Ice. So, he ends up getting a crit, which really sucks for me. And I know now my last chance of winning is Psycho. And the only way I'm going to win is if I can set up a bulk up or two. But, I set up my first, I'm like, okay, can I survive another one? Can I get like min damage or something random like that? But it turns out that after all that earthquaking on my Snorlax, he has no Earthquake PP left, which is great, because now I'm going to be able to take anything this Flygon can do. And he uses, I Drain Punch, not wanting to be too greedy, kill the Martic, he switches back in, use Fire Blast. And this, if I didn't say, my last battle is Pulse Effect Gallade, his bulking up Gallade, so it's pretty much a special defensive tank. And it takes that Fire Blast really well, and Drain Punches up to 209 HP. Then he takes his Shadow Ball extremely well, but isn't able to kill it, and I knew he would be able to survive another Shadow Ball. But I don't want to go too low, and I just Shadow Sneak it for the kill. Now his, so now his last Pokemon Shuckle, and he knows that's not going to do anything to me. So I'm just going to Stone Edge it, because he's cool, because he's not actually going to run. As like loads of people would do in this situation. And I'm just going to lock myself into Stone Edge now, because of the Encore, and kill him. So, good game. Land, hope to battle you again. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. See you next time.